Jai Sachidanand Shuddha.
Jai Sachidanand. Gabi, Luz.
Jai Sachidanand Shuddha.
Yeah. Patricia, Cecilia, Carlos, Arman, Olga, Marcella, Claudia, Julie, Devdasi. Wonderful.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Let me just
Jai
find...
Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Julia. Yes.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Just give me 1 minute.
Page 54 was the last thing, Ras and Miras.
Yes. I just want to inform you, first of all, hold on. Last satsang. Before we do that, we will have Julia get ready and for a 3 mantra, right?
Julia, ¿vas a cantar el trimantra?
Or you can read, either one. You have a choice. If you
puedes
read,
leerlo si quieres.
If you read it one time.
Si lo lees solamente una vez.
Hola, Julia. Oh, you need to turn on your microphone.
Abrí tu micrófono, por favor.
Namo Vitragai. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Sidanam. Namo Ayarianam. Namo Uvasayanam. Namo Loye Savasaunam. Eso Pancha Namukaro. Sava Pavapanashano. Mangalanam Cha Savesin. Padaman Abai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai. Om Namah Shivai. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. All right, Carlos, let us have you sing the 3 mantra, please.
Canta el trimantra, Carlos.
Namo Vitraga. Namo Arihantana. Namo Siddhana. Namo Ariana. Namo Vasayana. Namo Loye Savasauna. Eso Pantanamukaro Sabapa Abanasano Mangalananta Savasi Padamam Kavai Mangala. Oh Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai. Oh Namah Shivaya. Jai Sachidanand. Namo Vitragai. Namo Arihantana. Namo Siddhana. Namo Ariana. Namo Vasayana. Namo Loya Savasauna. eso pantanamukaro sabapa pavanasano mangalananta savasi padamang kavai mangalan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Sai Sati Anand. Namo Vitragai. Namo Arikantana. Namo Siddhana. Namo Ariana. Namo Vasayana. Namo Loya Savanam. Eso pantanamukaro sabapa avarasano mangalananta savesi agamang kavai mangala. Oh Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Sai Satitanand. Sai Satitanand. Say Satchitanand. Say Satchitanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Wonderful, huh? Thank you. Thank you very much. If I have given you, realized, in fact, I noticed it yesterday in satsang with the Brazilians, that I should, it's my fault. I should have actually informed you all of this homework for Guru Purnima, which is this Dadavani of...
You give it to us, yes, last satsang.
Dadavani of October, right? Yes?
Yes, 2019, if I don't not remember.
2021.
I don't find it.
All right.
I'm not good with my...
Patri.
Que no está traducido, está en inglés, dijo.
Ya está traducido en español.
Okay, it's translated to Spanish right now. That
it is being translated, right?
Yes.
Okay, wow, wonderful. So it will be available to you by the time the Guru Purnima starts, right?
Va a estar listo para nosotros, para el tiempo de Guru Purnima para nosotros.
So anyway, the Brazilians were not aware of it for some reason. And so I said, well, this is, and they essentially said, Shuddha, can you switch, and read at least whatever we can into that? And I said, okay, we might do that, but it's a long Dadavani. But it's a very important topic. So let me see. It is, and who is translating it from among you all? Which Mahatma?
¿Quién está traduciendo al español el Dadavani?
El equipo de traducción lo tradujo ya hace un tiempito.
What is that?
The translation team.
Okay.
Did it. Yes.
All right. And who is in our translation team?
¿Y quién está en nuestro equipo de traductores.
Cecilia, Lu, Germán, Kimochi,
Kimochi, Ivone,
Ivonne, Fabiana, Laura.
Laura.
Okay, so you got a lot of good, so with all of you, it should get done. So today, before we continue with our regular series of satsangs, I will not go into the details of it, but let me see here.
Antes de entrar en los detalles, vamos a ver algo. Antes de continuar el satsang, vamos a estar viendo algo. Yo no veo nada.
Let me see if I can share that. Okay, stop sharing this one and then share screen. And here it is. Let me see if it's in English. Let me hope it's in English so we'll know. Oops. Okay.
Patri, ¿querés que haga esta partecita si vos no ves?
No, no veo nada. Si está así chiquita, no veo nada. Perdí los anteojos.
Ay, mi amor.
Venía saltando con mi nieto.
What do you see? You see the Dadavani or you see the picture of Dada? Okay.
The picture of Dada.
Wonderful. All right. So essentially, they say this is in English here. This is Dada, of course. And then here we have pride. You see the tuber of pride, we see, everybody sees the tuber. Tuber means it grows underneath the ground. You cannot be seen. You see, it's pride is there. A kashai of pride exists inside everyone,
Voy a hacer esta partecita. I will translate this part because Patrick cannot see it so small.
All right, so go on.
Lo que vemos acá en esta imagen es a Dada y el tuber del orgullo. ¿Qué es ese tuber? Son las raíces, es aquello que crece por debajo de la superficie, como los tubérculos. Entonces ahí se ve el nudo del orgullo.
And you see, and it exists, but then when it starts, for the world, it's now, when it's visible to you first. And that visibility is that there is a taste and pleasure when you are respected. Hello, Fabi, sweetheart, you're so little one, you're so lovely. Or,
Entonces,
you're so smart.
todos lo tenemos adentro. Y cuando empieza a crecer, empieza a hacerse visible. Y para el primero que es visible es para uno mismo. Que te dicen, hola Fabi, tan bonita, mira qué linda, tan inteligente como está creciendo.
So beautiful, so smart, but so strong, you etc., etc. So
y empezamos a sentir ese gustito y el placer de ser respetados.
Yeah, so there is a respect, you see. And the next is you will begin to like this. You begin
y lo
to
siguiente
like.
Es que nos empieza a gustar y a gustar ese sentirnos
so what
respetados,
happens is
queridos.
that's called rag, attachment towards respect, attachment towards everyone lifting you up, Oh, special, come, Patricia, I'm so happy you're here, come Luz, I'm so happy you're here,
Y lo que empieza a crecer es ese rag, ese apego a todo aquel que nos hace sentir respetados. Hey, Luz, vení, me encanta que estés acá. Hey, Patri, vení, qué bueno que estés acá. Ceci, vení, me encanta. Entonces, todo eso nos hace ir desarrollando ese apego hacia ese respeto que nos gusta sentir.
It's very sweet. And when a lot of people respect you, a lot of people, want you, then it turns into the greed for respect.
Entonces, ese sabor tan dulce, nos gusta, y cuando más y más personas nos empiezan a hacer sentir eso, lo que crece es greed, la codicia por ese respeto. Queremos seguir teniendo ese respeto.
There's a lot of greed. You will do anything to get attention. You'll do anything to come in the front, you see.
Y haremos lo que sea por obtenerlo, por estar ahí y recibirlo.
If there are a room full of people and they're all sitting, this one, he will deliberately kind of make some noises or sounds and then or speak louder, or dress up in a more flashy manner and walk in front of everyone, you see.
Entonces puede haber una tonelada de personas, pero ese o se va a vestir diferente, o le va a brillar algo, o va a hacer ruidos deliberadamente, o va a hablar en una voz más fuerte. ¿Para qué? Para llamar la atención, para que todo el mundo vea que está ahí.
If everybody has got a routine small car, this one will go and buy an expensive German car to show off, you see, and it'll, it'll be all, he will go into debt to buy that car so that he can show others, see, I'm something.
Entonces todos pueden estar llegando en automóviles estándar, pero él se va a comprar el gran auto alemán y hasta puede ponerse en deuda para comprarse ese auto alemán grande y que todos lo vean llegar y que él lo pueda mostrar orgulloso, el auto que logró comprarse.
Now this plant is this very dangerous plant.
Es una planta muy peligrosa.
It's growing more. Now, after the greed, he's constantly looking. He's constantly involved in where can he get some respect, you see. And so this is like the politicians, they use a loudspeaker on the street. So more people listen, but they don't use the loudspeaker. They pay people to come on the street and then kind of, start talking about him, Arman of Argentina, Arman, Presidente Arman. He's not a president yet, but he will be a good man for you, and they start advertising, you see, advertising.
Okay. Entonces, esta es una planta muy peligrosa y sigue creciendo. Y este es el momento en el que, por ejemplo, es lo que hacen los políticos. Empiezan a usar altavoces, o ni siquiera, le empiezan a pagar a la gente para que hable bien de ellos y hacer publicidad de ellos. Este es una persona que puede ser tu presidente. Sería buenísimo para Argentina que Germán fuese el presidente.
It then grows more. Now it starts growing. There is now, instead of one leaf at a time, now it's growing 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one is, even though he has a lot of respect, he's hungry for respect, just where can I get,
Entonces es una planta que empezó a crecer de a una hoja por vez, pero ya en este momento salen de a 3 y 4 hojas al mismo tiempo. Y es el momento en el que tenemos hambre de ser respetados todo el tiempo. ¿De dónde puedo seguir obteniendo más respeto de los demás?
When you're hungry for anything in life, you see, when you're hungry, very deeply hungry, then you wouldn't mind even begging for it, so you start begging for respect. How do you beg for respect? You create situations where people will respect you. You just keep on. You will be nice to people who give you respect. You see, but it's it's a deep, this is not visible, this beggary is not visible, it's deep inside.
Entonces se empieza a tener este hambre. Cuando uno tiene hambre de cualquier cosa en la vida, empieza a rogar por ello. Y en este caso, el rogar por respeto no es visible. ¿Cómo se hace? Y se empiezan a crear situaciones en las cuales el otro queda en posición de tener que respetarnos. ¿Sí? Es una manipulación.
And I don't see what this word is. Do you see what
distortion?
Okay,
Distortion
right, yeah.
of pride.
Oh, yeah, right. So, there is in here the greed for respect, the beggary for respect, from simple your liking, attachment to respect, now the greed, hunger, and beggary, all these three, is associated with deception. You see, it's kapat,
Claro.
deceit, yeah. And that is when this whole pride gets very distorted. It becomes what we call unnatural pride,
Ok. Entonces llega el momento en el que todo esto que nos gustaba, el apego por los que nos respetan, la codicia por el respeto, el hambre de respeto y el ruego por el respeto, empiezan a tornarse cada vez peor, y lo que sucede, viene obviamente una decepción después de la otra. Y ahí es donde todo eso se distorsiona. El orgullo está enfermo.
We have a classic example in modern days, and that one is spelt, and I will spell it for you all in the chat so you'll know.
Okay. Hay un ejemplo de esto en la vida moderna y lo va a estar escribiendo, deletreando en el chat. Y es Trump.
Totally.
T-R-U-M-P.
Totally distorted pride, totally distorted pride, where only I am something, the entire country is wrong. Everybody else, all human beings, not caring for the country, but caring for himself only. You see?
Ese apellido que acaba de escribir es como una gran muestra de este orgullo totalmente distorsionado, donde lo único que vale la pena es esa persona y el resto del país está equivocado, donde lo único que se observa es más y más orgullo por mí mismo y nada por el país.
Yeah, and this one here, so this is the magazine that your team is already translating. Please,
It is already translated, Shuddha.
Wonderful. So what you should do, I'm recommending to all of you, you don't need me. It's between now and Guru Purnima, get together on a couple of, get together on Zoom, you have, and you should start reading this in Portuguese,
Okay.
and finish
in Spanish is better for us.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Spanish. Yeah, Spanish.
No, lo que dice Shuddha es que no lo necesitamos a él, pero ya que ya lo tenemos traducido, lo que fuertemente nos recomienda es que nos juntemos en Zoom a leerlo, ya que ya está traducido. Solos, en español. El chiste fue que dijo que lo leamos en portugués y le dije que mejor era español para nosotros.
So you should start from here. Start with Dada only. If it were not for pride, liberation would be attained right here.
Ok, y que empecemos desde ahí. Ven en la página 3 con la foto de Dada. Si no fuese por el orgullo, la liberación ya hubiese sido obtenida en este mismo momento.
And
es el título.
Yeah, so what you should, before you do that, in the day you start, whoever is reading, and you take turns reading it.
Okay.
Turn by turn, choose a couple of 2 or 3 people who can read it nicely. You don't need the English, you've got Portuguese and Spanish and if there is any kind of
questions,
you go back to the English and read it again and then kind of clarify it. And then if it's still not clear, then of course you've got the Gnani in Guru Purnima, all right, ask him, okay? Now,
yes.
So,
I will translate that. Entonces, nos recomienda eso, que lo empecemos a leer, que hagamos turnos, que elijamos 2 o 3 personas que lo puedan ir leyendo bonito, y los demás escuchamos. Y si hay alguna duda, vamos a la versión en inglés a ver si hay un problemita de traducción o lo que sea. Y si sigue habiendo alguna, nos surgen preguntas, las llevamos al Gnani, al Guru Purnima o se las traemos. ¿Sí?
And you know, on the day you start, you know, you start with informing everyone, so all of you are there, and then, you know, on the first day you just kind of, you know, in beginning you just read all the headings only, don't go into details. Everybody knows what they're going to read, you see.
Okay.
Fear of insult is double pride, you know, so now they'll say
Okay.
what, you know, so all of this, you see, like that. Keep
Entonces dice una linda forma de poder leerlo es, primero convidamos a todos a que se unan y una vez que empezamos, no empezamos a leer todo completo, sino que vamos de principio a fin leyendo los títulos. Así sabemos de qué va todo el Dadavani. Leemos todos los títulos y después comenzamos por el principio. Está bueno para tener una idea general.
This you would, and then you would go ahead and read it. You know, if you finish reading this before the Gnanvidi and before the Guru Purnima, you would be well equipped, because you know the Gnani is not going to read this in the Guru Purnima. There is no time. He would have expected that everybody has read it, you see.
Dice que si llegamos a leer todo esto antes de Guru Purnima, vamos a estar llegando muy bien equipados, porque el tiempo no da en vivo para que el Gnani lo lea todo. Entonces, si nosotros llegamos con todo eso leído, va a estar buenísimo.
Yeah, and here you see the tuber of pride that we showed in the picture, you see. And now
esas características es lo que acaba de mostrar en la fotito.
The potato of pride, or the big watermelon of pride, whatever. You see, the other thing is, and that it will be a good exercise for all of you, because, you know, instead of getting together, and I know you all get together on your own on Zoom and doing the vidis, etc., you should also slowly get into reading these things, you see.
Yes.
Reading the Dadamani, you know, do a quick vidi, you know, do a quick Trimantra, and then go into the reading, because, you know, then all of you are there. And if you allow others to also read, because now it's in Spanish, then, you know, they will get involved, you see. Now, if they don't read properly, then you can say, please, you know, okay, you know, just slowly move on to the next person, you see.
Dice que este va a ser un maravilloso ejercicio para que vayamos yendo hacia, en lugar de estar todo el tiempo con los artis o los vidis, que eso lo hagamos más cortito, un trimantra, un vidi corto e ir a las lecturas. Entonces, en la medida en la que podemos involucrar a más gente en la lectura, es que la gente se va a quedar en la lectura. Y si no nos parece adecuado como están leyendo, ok, podemos ir turnando hasta que todos nos vamos poniendo cancheros en cómo leer correctamente un Dadamani.
So I am just going slowly through all of this grid with intention of respect. You see, all of this I'm just kind of, so you know, those, you know, all these magnificent headings, because grid is not just purely alone within each one of us. Grid is combined with all the other 4 kashais, you see.
Yes.
All the other 3 kashais, you see.
Lo está mostrando lento, lo está mirando lento para ver la magnificencia de los títulos. Y en la mayoría aparece greed, codicia. ¿Por qué? Porque no aparece solo. Siempre está combinado con los otros 3 kashais, la codicia.
You see? And here is the beggary for respect we were talking about, you know, like, you know, so many things, like you're a beggar now.
Ahí estaba la parte esta del rogar.
You see, so you...
Aquel que te da más, respeto de más es tu enemigo.
Yeah, this is, and then also the connections. Later on, when the deceit comes in pride, then there is no awareness. You see, when deceit, kapat, enters in pride, then there is zero awareness of the Amapura. This is so critical,
Cuando el engaño entra en el orgullo, no, la conciencia desaparece. No hay
Yeah, not only the separation conscientious, but on the who I am and who am I and who is doing all of these things. That full
Todo
gnana.
desaparece. ¿Quién soy yo? ¿Quién es el que corre este mundo? Todo.
Yeah, awareness is associated with these two knowledge. I am pure soul, is Soyama Pura, and Vyavasthit is doing everything.
Awareness, esta conciencia despierta, está siempre asociada con soy alma pura, quién soy yo, y Yavasthit, quién es el hacedor.
Then, so all of these headings, yes, and then Kashais decrease. We have covered it somewhere, how the Kashais go,
Sí. Cómo se van yendo los kashais, cómo disminuyen. El orgullo se disuelve a través de los insultos.
Yeah, so we always write anger, pride, deceit, greed. And so the first to leave from you is anger, then the next that leaves is pride, next that leaves is deceit, and the last one that leaves is greed, you see.
Siempre decimos ira, orgullo, engaño y codicia, y esto está clarísimo. El primero que va desapareciendo es la ira, el segundo el orgullo, el tercero el engaño, y por último nos abandona la codicia.
And that tuber we talked about, we saw the potato, it dissolves when you get insulted in life, So insults, from here onwards, in life, anybody insults us, you see, we have to consider that person as extremely beneficial to us. See?
Y acabamos de ver la papa, el tubérculo del orgullo, y cómo se disuelve, cómo se destruye a través de los insultos. Entonces, cuando viene cualquier persona y nos insulta, la tenemos que ver como una persona absolutamente beneficiosa para nosotros.
This is after the Gnanvidhi. If you get insulted every day, then the tuber of pride will dissolve very fast. And at the beginning of this year, our Gnani had given us his message of 2023 was, if you all remember, that swallow 3 insults and digest 3 insults a day. 3 insults.
Después del Nambidi, si sos insultado todos los días, entonces el orgullo se va a ir disolviendo muy, muy rápido. Y si recordamos, el mensaje de nuestro Gnani para este año fue que teníamos que digerir 3 insultos por día.
Later in the Dadavani, Gnan comes in, you see. Applied awareness of the self, which is called Jagruti.
La conciencia aplicada del ser, que es el Jagruti. Again.
When someone respects you, oh, Fabi, so amazing. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so happy you're here. That kind of speech to you privately is associated with deceit, as well as the implication that others are inferior to you, and that is so wrong, you see.
Entonces, aplicar la conciencia como el ser cuando alguien te respeta, es decir, alguien viene y te dice, uy, qué bueno, me encanta que estés acá, ¿verdad? Todo eso en realidad está mal, porque significa que si vos sos más, los demás son menos, son inferiores, y eso está muy mal.
It goes higher
es fácil
and higher.
digerir insultos, yes. Es fácil digerir insultos, lo difícil es digerir correctamente el respeto.
Dada is given the entire spectrum of man or pride. And
el orgullo decrece en la medida en la que somos capaces de decir, no necesito nada de todo esto, no quiero nada de todo esto. En esa intención.
That's what we say every morning in in our early morning vidhi, you know.
Y en nuestro Pratavide de cada mañana está esa oración.
Now, for all of us, this pride is discharging. So, you know, what kind of, you know, so that's the awareness. And let me finish this. And okay. Yeah.
Alicia wants to make a question, Shuddha.
All right, where is Alicia? Okay, Alicia, Vishuddhatma Bhagwan. Where are you? Alicia?
Ali, ¿podés abrir la cámara?
A ver.
All right, Ali.
Un minuto.
Okay.
Un minuto.
She's asking for us to wait for her.
Sure.
Ay, ya está. Aguarden. Ay, pero qué cosa. Un minuto, porque puedo.
No hay problema, tranquila.
Jai Sachitanam.
Jai Sachitanam.
Buen día a todos. A ver. Jai Sachitanam, Shuddha.
Jai Sachitanam.
Una pregunta.
¿Qué cuestión?
¿Cómo respondes a una persona que te insulta deseándote la muerte? Así
How
nomás.
should we answer to a
¿Sabes que es un
person?
alma pura? ¿Sabes que es un alma pura? Todo lo que quiera es insulto, descarga, pero duele mucho.
Okay. How should we manage this situation? A person insulting me, wishing me death. I know, yes, I know he or she is a pure soul. I know everything is karma discharge, but it hurts. It hurts a lot. How should I do that?
That's a very good question because this happens to all of us, you know.
Es una muy buena pregunta y nos pasa a todos, Alicia.
And sometime or the other in different intensities, it happens to all of us, you see.
De alguna forma o de otra y con diferentes intensidades nos sucede a todos.
It's the feeling bad part cannot be avoided. It is part of the program. You see, it is part of the discharge of Alicia.
Sentirse mal no se puede evitar. Es parte de la descarga del karma de Alicia.
You know, there will be but the feeling bad in a Mahatma is different from feeling bad if you do not have Gnan. We are talking about Mahatmas now. Mahatmas,
yes.
Yeah, Mahatmas will feel, you know, uncomfortable. Mahatmas will feel, Dada's word is suffocation. Mahatmas will feel suffocation.
Ok, pero es diferente lo que sufre o siente un Mahatma de alguien que no tomó el Nan. Y nosotros ahora estamos hablando de Mahatmas. Y Dada para eso que sentimos, ese mal sentirse en un Mahatma, lo llama sofocación.
Whereas people of the world, they will burn inside. They immediately throw it back on the other person. What? Me? You are like this. Your mom is like that. Your father, your family is like that, etc., etc.
La gente común antes del Nan, lo que le va a pasar es que se va a quemar desde adentro y lo va a devolver automáticamente. ¿Qué, yo? No, vos, no tu madre, no tu padre, no tu hijo. Lo va a devolver a aquel que lo está insultando.
And you know, and the reason for that is they are not separated. You know, they believe, Alicia, he's saying this to me, he is doing it. That is their knowledge. It's not their fault. They believe the other person is doing it, and they believe I am this person, I am Alicia, and he's doing it to me. Whereas you and I now, Alicia, have entered into another world of the liberated ones. We are no longer really this body and this mind and these words. So,
Entonces, la gente común lo que hace es devolver automáticamente. ¿Por qué? Porque no tiene la separación, porque se creen que es Alicia y entonces tiene que devolver y responder. Pero Alicia ya entró en otro nivel. Alicia ya sabe que una cosa es Alicia y otra cosa es el alma pura. Entonces,
yeah, so this inner suffocation, you have to understand this. We spent the whole 2 hours in this aspect yesterday with the Brazilians, but anyway, you have to understand the difference between suffocation and burning. Suffocation is a sense of discomfort. Oh, because it's unpleasant, it is unpleasant. You feel, but you will not, because you are not in Alicia. This is Alicia. You are here, Amapura. You are not giving your energies to what happened to Alicia.
Entonces, esto es algo súper importante para ser entendido y ayer estuvo 2 horas con este mismo punto con los Mahatmas de Brasil. Lo más importante es lo que un Mahatma siente, lo que Alicia siente, sí es un disconfort, es una incomodidad, pero Alicia está acá abajo y el alma pura no le está dando su energía a esto que está pasando acá, en Alicia.
So this discomfort, suffocation inside Alicia is good, says Dada. It is good. It is good. Okay?
Dada dice que eso es muy bueno. Esa sofocación, esa incomodidad en Alicia es muy bueno. ¿Por qué?
If you keep on seeing that suffocation, it might get hot. It might get very hot, but you keep seeing it and you keep just seeing the heat inside Alicia, and in the seeing, there is no pain. So when you see it, this will increase and then it will come down. And if you can finish one period of this penance,
one cycle,
then amazing energies will arise within you. You see?
Entonces es muy, muy bueno. ¿Por qué? Porque si te mantienes observando ese fuego que va quemando dentro de Alicia, eso se puede poner muy, pero muy caliente. Pero en un momento empieza a decrecer. Y vos te mantenés observando esa sofocación que crece y disminuye. Y poder aguantar todo un lapso, todo un hasta lo peor y hasta lo mejor es muy, muy bueno para tu crecimiento.
And if you can do that without giving it back to the other person, without complaining to anyone about it, without, and that is all your energies, and that is the cause. It's a direct cause, a visible cause for moksha for you. This thing will keep you in moksha. You see, you're not.
Entonces, si definitivamente te puedes mantener sin devolvérselo a la otra persona, sin hablar de esto con otros, sin estar quejándote, es como un trampolín a moksha, es una causa directa para ir obteniendo la liberación. Es de un gran crecimiento.
Okay, so cause for moksha means that it will have an effect of moksha,
Causa para moksha significa que vas a tener un efecto de moksha.
Yes. So this, very good that this is happening to you. That's the first thing that you say, Alicia. Okay.
Lo primero que hay que decir, Alicia, que es algo bueno que te está pasando.
All right. And automatically, when you're looking inside Alicia, when you're looking inside Alicia, instead of looking at, oh, he or he's like this, and you go and complain to other people, or you tell your best friend, you know what she did to me, she's no good, stay away from her. You have multiplied it in 100 different directions. That is what the people of the world do, but that's not a Mahatma. You see?
Claro. Entonces, en la medida en la que te puedes mantener en la observación, es magnífico. En la medida en la que no hayamos podido, si no somos Mahatma, y lo devolvemos, o le vamos y decimos a nuestra mejor amiga, mirá lo que me está haciendo, mejor alejémonos de ella, o se lo contamos a otro, en la medida que dispersamos eso, es lo que la gente común hace. Eso es tremendo, porque genera muchas nuevas causas feas de karma feo. En cambio, mantenerse así, lo único que hace es limpiar.
Do you understand, my dear
¿Se entiende, Ali?
Ellie, and also go on, speak some more. Yes, ask some more. Do you understand this?
Dice, pregunta todo lo que quieras. ¿Lo entendiste? ¿Qué quieres preguntar?
No, primero quería agradecerle y me parece percibir la presencia de Dada en este momento, porque justamente me permitió tratar este tema, que es un tema que me duele, y tenerlo es maravilloso. Nada más quiero agradecer y sentirme muy feliz de estar en esta familia.
She just wants to thank you for your answer, and she can feel Dada's presence right now because it helped her to bring this painful situation to here, and just say thank you again, and she's very grateful to belong to this Mahatma family.
These Mahatmas, my dear, in a very short time means in comparison to infinite lifetimes, this in very short time we will all become fully liberated. We will become gods. You see,
Esta familia de Mahatmas, Ali, en muy poco tiempo, en un muy corto tiempo y muy corto tiempo en comparación a infinitas vidas, vamos a estar todos completamente liberados. Todos vamos a ser dioses.
Nowhere in this world, nowhere else in this world, this kind of understanding and discussions are going on Zoom or in any groups or with anyone. You see, this is absolutely incomparable. This is this has got nothing to do with this world. It is an internal thing. You see.
Esto no tiene parangón, no tiene comparación. En ningún otro lado del mundo hay gente hablando de esto, ni teniendo estas conversaciones por Zoom, ni manejando este conocimiento. Esto es único en el mundo.
Yeah, all right. And you see, with
Gracias,
with this approach,
Gracias a usted.
Yeah, with this approach, there is initially that suffering, which is what you're describing. You suffer. Alicia is suffering, not you. So when you feel this suffering, that suffering is good for you. That's good for you. So you're suffering. When Alicia is happy and in pleasure, she's not complaining. In the same way, when Alicia is unhappy, that is part of the same thing. Just know it. Just know it. Just sing.
Entonces, desde este punto de vista, con este enfoque, cuando Alicia sufre, y vos lo podés observar, eso es muy bueno. Cuando Alicia la está pasando bien, no es tan fácil, pero es siempre lo mismo. Entonces, cuando uno sufre y se queja, hay mayor crecimiento porque hay mayor toma de conciencia.
These other human beings, they do not, we have to have compassion for them because they do not have this energy of the magnificent Amapura, the all energized infinite energy, infinite vision, you see, they do not have even an idea of the Amapura and the energies that lie within them, you see. You have to feel compassion for them, you know, instead of becoming angry towards them, you see. Yeah.
Tenemos que ser muy, muy, muy compasivos con el resto de la humanidad, porque no tienen este conocimiento, no tienen ni la más mínima idea de las energías infinitas que tienen adentro, del conocimiento que pueden tener, no tienen ni idea. Entonces lo correcto para sentir para con ellos es compasión y no enojo.
You see? So when you start seeing what is happening to Alicia, then there is no time really to blame anyone else, you see.
Entonces, cuando realmente podés observar lo que le está pasando a Alicia, no hay tiempo de quejarse contra otros o de enojarse contra otros.
When you see the suffocation, the suffering within Alicia, then you are in the agna of Gnani Purush Dadashri. You are the one who sees this suffering is the Amapura. There is no other one that is seeing this suffering, you see?
Entonces, cuando podés ver a Alicia sufriendo, cuando podés ver el sufrimiento de Alicia, estás en alma pura, estás en los agnas de Dada. No hay otra forma mejor de estar.
Okay, all right. So it's a big topic. Okay. It is a very, very big topic, and this is necessary for all of us, you know.
Es un gran, gran punto y es muy necesario para todos nosotros.
Insult? What's an insult? Insult could be verbal. Somebody says something to you.
¿El insulto qué es el insulto? Puede ser verbal, alguien te dice algo.
Or somebody manipulates this situation in such a way that you are blamed. That's an insult. You said, hey, listen, I was doing fine. What happened? Not me. You know, Mahatmas do not have any complaints. The entire world has complaints. We are beyond complaints.
También puede ser una situación manipulada por otro en la que quedamos como pegados y alguien reaccionaría, no, ¿qué pasa? Yo estaba bien, ¿qué pasó acá? Dice, son los otros. Los Mahatmas no nos quejamos más, no decimos nada.
Yeah,
observamos.
Yeah, the world complains, but we Mahatmas, we are in the religion of the self, the awareness of the self, you see.
Los demás se quejan, los demás pelean. Nosotros no. Estamos en la religión del ser, en la conciencia plena del ser.
We are in the awareness of the self, in the self. That awareness is extremely rare in this world. It's not, you know, and it is yours, Alicia, or Anila, or Devdasi, or Christian, you see.
Este conocimiento, esta conciencia es algo raro, pero ahora es nuestro. Ahora está en Alicia, ahora está en Damián, ahora está en Anila, en Laura, en Gaby que tiene una pregunta, en todos.
Yeah. You see, do you feel better about what is happening inside, Elisa?
¿Te sentís mejor ahora con esto que está pasando adentro, Ali? Pregunta Shuddha. Yes.
Slowly, with this approach, you will recognize that other person is flawless. It's not his fault or her fault. They are not doing this. So you're rising higher into this science.
Entonces, de a poquito, con este enfoque, vas a ver que el otro es siempre impecable, no tiene faltas y vamos creciendo más y más en este conocimiento.
And you cannot see the other one as flawless through the intellect. It will never allow you to see the other person flawless.
Y nunca lo vamos a lograr a través del intelecto. El intelecto nunca nos va a permitir ver al otro sin faltas.
Intellect will start with, but she, but he.
El intelecto va a empezar, pero él, pero ella.
You see, so this is a different world, my dear. Yeah.
Okay. Es un
Okay.
mundo diferente, mi querida.
So now we will continue with the next session of our.
Excuse me, Shuddha. Gaby has her hand raised.
Is what?
Tiene su manito. Gaby, tenés la manito.
A question.
Oh, Gabi. All right, Gabi, her hand. Yeah. I was okay. Yes,
Jai
Gabi.
Sachidan and
Oh,
Shuddha.
hey, Shuddha Bhagwan.
Me quedó dando vuelta esto de que teníamos que, ojalá, acumular insultos diarios. En mi caso me pasa como un poco como al revés. Tengo como la cuota del orgullo para el otro lado, no del insulto. Entonces trato como de buscar el insulto o de exponerme a personas que tengan la capacidad de decirme como lo errático, lo equivocado, pero no es lo habitual para mí. ¿Qué pasa si uno no se expone finalmente? O sea, ¿qué pasa si
Si
no
no
me
llegan.
si no me llegan los insultos?
Okay, Gaby is trying to obtain more insults. She says she is always very well respected and almost no one insults her. And she's trying to get more insults and expose herself to people who would say not lovely things, but it doesn't happen a lot. So what with that?
You're trying to do what Lord Mahavir was trying to do.
Estás tratando de hacer lo que estaba tratando de hacer Lord Mahavir.
Lord Mahavir, was in an area where everybody had loved him so much, respected him, giving, And so he says, well, this is not going to help me with reference to my ama. And so he went into the area where uncivilized people were living, very primitive people who would do all kinds of things to him,
Yes. Lord Mahavir lo que le pasaba era que vivía en un área donde todo el mundo lo adoraba, lo quería y le decía cosas lindas y era muy respetado. Entonces dijo, esto a mí no me está ayudando para mi alma. Entonces decidió irse a una zona de gente muy incivilizada y que le haría cualquier tipo de cosas.
Yeah, my dear, Dada says there is enough insults coming without you ever looking for insults in this world. So
Dada dice que en este mundo hay suficientes insultos, aunque no los vayas a buscar, que no te hagas problema. Hay suficientes.
And insult means here you're going nicely going, and somebody comes and, insult means something that comes in front of you and throws you away, you see.
Y simplemente por insulto también entendemos, vamos caminando y de repente se nos cruza alguien, nos dice algo, chocamos contra algo, no es... Sí, Gaby.
Es estar un poco más expuesto en el fondo. Porque yo hoy día, mi vida es muy poco expuesta, soy muy ermitaña, estoy todo el día en la casa, con ustedes, entonces tal vez exponerme más al mundo en su cotidianeidad como para encontrar estos insultos en la práctica.
Entonces, perhaps she says, I would have to go out. I am a lot of time inside my house, alone, in Zoom with Mahatmas. So I would have to go out to find insults.
Then you'll have to become the doer.
Ay, claro. Entonces ahí te estarías transformando en el hacedor, yendo a buscar.
Yes, this come. No one will insult you, my dear, in this world. When you have not got any more pride in you. You say, I am something, I know better. I am something is the final pride. I am something. We are, what are we? What are we? Yes, this body is something. This body is something. And this ama is everything inside. But what is this I am something? what is this I am something? Who is saying this I am something?
Entonces, el último orgullo tiene que ver con esto de yo soy algo. Yo soy algo es como lo último de lo último que queda. Y nosotros sabemos que esto es mi cuerpo y yo soy el alma que es el todo adentro. Entonces, en realidad, ¿qué es esto?
Yes.
¿Quién es algo?
Yeah, you know, this lady whom we see, Gabi, you know, she's helpful, she's nice, she's good to be around, etc., etc. The lady, that one is something, you know, people can see her, people can touch her, appreciate her, all of those things. That is something. But Ama is also something they cannot see. But what is this I am something? What is that?
Claro. Entonces, todos pueden ver a esta dama que ayuda, que es lindo estar alrededor, que siempre está colaborando. Ellos es lo que los demás pueden ver, a esa Gaby. También está el alma, pero no la pueden ver. Entonces, la gran pregunta sería, ¿qué es esto?
As long as you believe yourself to be something, it's just a belief, right? That's called man. Man. We have a word in Gujarati called manyata, means belief. And
mientras exista la creencia en Gujarati maniata de que soy algo, mientras exista eso,
you see
hay orgullo.
Manyata means belief and man is pride. You see the connection, very subtle connection between man and manyata. The moment you believe that this body, I am this body, automatically it will throw you into pride. I am something.
En el mismísimo momento en el que creemos que soy este cuerpo es donde me caigo en el orgullo. Eso me va a succionar hacia el orgullo. Es esa sutil conexión.
In sleep, all of that is gone, right? You're just...
Mientras dormimos, todo eso se va. No hay nada.
Yeah. So my dear...
I should sleep all day long. No,
No, you should sleep all day long with reference to all of these things arise from morning till evening. Remain asleep in the world and be very much awake in the Ama.
Deberíamos mantenerlos lo más dormido que podamos en la 3D y lo más despierto que podamos en el alma.
Yeah, that's a very famous saying of Lord Krishna, where the world is awake, I am asleep, and where the world is sleeping, I am awake.
Lord Krishna tenía esta frase que se hizo muy famosa: mientras el mundo duerme, yo estoy despierto, y mientras el mundo está despierto, yo duermo.
And that is big. We through our agnas are becoming less and less concerned about what is happening outside. We are seeing what bothers Gabi. What is bothering Gabi? What is Gabi's hunger? What is Gabi's desire? What is Gabi's anger? You see, all of these things. That's all, seeing that.
Mientras más nos mantengamos en los agnas, más vamos a poder observar qué le pasa a Gabi, qué le molesta a Gabi, cuáles son los deseos de Gabi, los enojos de Gabi, pero de Gabi.
Yeah, so and look, if no one insults you, no one upsets you, okay, Gabi, yeah, then that is your punya. That is your punya in operation. You see? And when,
es tu puña en operación, en trabajo, en funciones, si nadie te insulta, si nadie te saca del lugar.
All of these things will change, and all of a sudden when the sins are in operation, you know, you will get kicked everywhere. Wherever you go, you'll get kicked.
Cuando estamos en los 5 sentidos, todo nos molesta, todo nos irrita o todo lo observamos desde ahí. Pero cuando estamos en puña, cuando estamos en los agnas, nada nos insulta, lo podemos observar.
We talked about Trump. Remember, the whole world was respecting him. Everybody, you know, oh, he's president. Now look what has happened, you see. You know, and his pop is in operation. He is not doing it. I mean, he's got hundreds and hundreds of lawyers after him. The government is after him. You know, this is his pop in operation. His sin karma is now unfolding.
Claro. Vuelve a traer a Trump hoy a la conversación como ejemplo, y cuando él estaba en la presidencia, dice, miles y miles de personas lo respetaban, oh señor presidente, pero ¿y después qué pasó? Ahora hay cientos de abogados tras él, el gobierno está tras él, y eso es, dice, está unfolding, es karma. Sí, no me sale unfolding. Alguien que me ayude.
Descargando.
Gracias.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, my dear. And all right, so it's a good time to take a break, and then we will return to our magnificent.
Ok,
Akram
es
Vignan,
momento
okay?
de tomar un corte y volvemos luego con Patricia, que va a seguir traduciendo el magnífico satsang.
Yeah, right. And,
es divino escucharte, Gaby, ¿eh? Divino
Gracias,
escucharte.
Fabi.
Empezó con una fotito y se aprovecharon.
No man to anyone.
No man.
Gracias.
Well, you know, yeah, right. Yeah, you can give man, but you see, it is a natural, you know, it's a natural thing that you do. You do not have an agenda inside. You see that? That's
Excelente.
Okay. Yeah.
Está bien lo que hacemos mientras sepamos que lo hacemos así naturalmente y que no hay una...
No problem.
Termina
no
vos.
Problem.
Gracias. Bye.
No hay problema.
10 minutes.
Es natural esto. Es absolutamente natural.
Yes.
Jai Sachidanand. 10 minutos de recreo y volvemos.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Shuddha.
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you.
Jai
Thank you.
Sachidanand.
Thank you, Fabi and the group. Okay.
Ready.
Mm-hmm. So we come back to the pages that we were reading, page 54. And we had talked last time we were speaking, we were sharing the word ras. Ras means ras means a certain kind of taste, you see, a taste.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Vamos a volver a donde dejamos, que vimos ras, que quiere decir cierta clase de sabor.
Yes, ras means interest filled taste, or sorry, taste filled interest. Taste filled interest, you see.
Ras es el interés por cierta clase de sabor.
And the opposite of that is niras. Niras means disinterest. You're not interested. And the reason you're not interested is there's nothing in it that pulls you in that direction. And there is nothing that pulls you in that direction. Ras, niras.
Yes. Y lo opuesto a ras es niras. Y es no estar interesado. No hay nada que me empuje en esa dirección.
And Dadashri says that if you become disinterested in everything, in all of this external world, you see, when you become disinterested in what is going on in this world, then you will have the exact experience of the Amapura. Amapura. Exact means full.
Y Dada dice que cuando te vuelves desinteresado por cualquier sabor, clase de sabor en este mundo, entonces te vuelves la exacta experiencia del alma pura.
It's gone. In fact, this, our entire life, the life of a human being, life after life after life after life, is go taste it, go see and recognize what is in it, you see. And so you get done with it, be done with it. Okay.
Entonces, vida tras vida, si tú puedes descubrir qué es lo que te llama la atención de eso, puedes terminar con eso que te llama la atención.
Yeah, yes. And the rest, and the interest of human beings is in million directions, all away from the center, which is the Ama, all taking you away from, all in the direction away from where the self is. The self is here, this is going away, this is going away.
Entonces todos estos intereses van en miles de direcciones que te sacan de tu centro, que te sacan de donde está el ser.
And if you're, on the contrary, and I'm just reading the last two sentences of the last satsang, if you're interested in external things, that means you have no interest in the Ama.
Entonces, de lo contrario, cuando estás interesado en cosas externas, lo que muestra es que no estás interesado en el alma.
That is how it is with the people of the world. They'll say, "Oh, nice talk about Ama, or nice talk about religion." It's just And then next time they go out, they're in a movie or they're in a shop, you know. So it just, that's how it continues. It's not their fault. They have not tasted the Ama, which you and I have. You see, we have entered into the experience of the pure soul in the Gnan Vidhi.
Yes. Por ahí podemos encontrar personas que van a decir, oh, qué hermosa charla sobre el alma, o sobre la religión, y después al rato se van al cine o se van de compras, pero no es su culpa. El tema es que no pudieron probar el sabor del alma pura, no tuvieron la experiencia del alma pura en el Gnani.
Did we talk about, what was the last heading we covered, Patricia?
The last heading, yes. Immediately. Niras.
Niras, when you become Niras, the taste is wonderful. Is it? We discussed that, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Karela. We discussed. I showed you the picture of Karela. Okay, so now we go.
There's a new insight experience we have in Niras.
Niras. Yeah, when when you are, we talk about those, bitter vegetables, and when you're eating the bitter vegetable, if you just are the knower of it, then you will get the true taste of it. But otherwise, it will make you emotional. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like to eat this, you see. All right.
Yes, cuando nos volvemos el conocedor podemos probar vegetales que sean amargos y somos los conocedores de ellos. Ahora si nos volvemos emocionales vamos a decir, no quiero probar esto, no me gusta, no quiero, lo quito del plato.
Yes. That is, now the next heading is, that is why the experience of the Amapura is weak. There is not as it's meant to be. It's not as it meant to be. And that's the heading, okay?
El próximo título es que entonces la experiencia del alma pura es débil.
Yeah. So now Dada says, do you feel nowadays, he's talking to Mahatmas, okay, all around him, just like us. He says, do you feel like you're not interested in anything? You have no interest in anything?
Entonces Dada le habla a los Mahatmas y le dice, ¿ustedes sienten que no están interesados en algo?
And that it's a loaded question. And he says, but and then the others, next sentence is really amazing, which is in direct connection with what we were reading in the previous hour. And the other says, when someone insults you, then you will know if there is any rust left. You see?
Entonces está directamente conectado con lo que estuvimos hablando anteriormente, ¿no? Y Dada dice, cuando alguien te insulta, ¿queda algo de raza allí?
Yeah, you see? When somebody says, Carlos, estúpido, all right?
Si alguien dice, Carlos, estúpido.
Then you will know whether you have any rust, any rust left in this external world. If you have no rust left, if you have no interest, it will not touch you. It will not affect you. Christian, no good. What are you doing? If you have interest in what you're doing as Christian, then you will feel offended, you see.
Si por ejemplo a Carlos le dicen estúpido y no le afecta en lo más mínimo, es una cosa. Y si por ejemplo a Carlos, Cristian está haciendo algo que le interesa y le dicen que no está bien o que es estúpido, probablemente se sienta afectado.
So the questioner says, but now the previously hurtful stickiness, before I used to get hurt a lot when somebody says something, to me. And now it doesn't matter. It bothers me, but it doesn't matter,
Cuando en lo previo, cuando dice contesta Mahatma, ¿no? O pregunta, dice que en lo previo cuando alguien me decía algo, me sentía molesto, pero no me enojo.
There is a word called chant. And the chant means chant. Just somebody slaps you, okay? Somebody slaps you. Long after the face has become normal, much long after, of course it hurts, and then, the face will look the same, both sides, but long after that slap is the chant, is the stickiness, yes? Yeah.
Por ejemplo, chot es una palabra, ¿no? Que, por ejemplo, si alguien te abofetea, te duele, pero luego, un tiempo después, la cara va a seguir viéndose y absolutamente igual. Pero después, tiempo después, es como que lo que aparece es como que estás apegado a eso, ¿no? A la reacción de sentirte herido o insultado.
Yeah, okay. All right, yes, Christian. Jai Sachidananda Shuddha.
Jai Sachidananda Shuddha. My question is, within this disinterest that you just talked about it, and it's happening sometimes to Christian. Christian gets some concerns about his job life, because in reality he used to be very interested in the world, and now has no interest at all. So sometimes it just has to he thinks, so his intellect, what I'm doing, what he's doing, because nothing seems to matter in reality.
Traducilo, por favor. Gracias.
Orden. Entonces, la pregunta que hago yo es que Cristian tiene a veces este tema del desinterés, lo toca, porque para ir a trabajar muchas veces en la vida diaria, las cosas que Cristian suele hacer en su vida, con las cuales vive, come, lo que sea, no tiene mucho interés, o sea, como que nada le parece interesante, de alguna manera ha perdido el interés por las cosas, a lo mejor lo que él conocía como la pasión por la vida, no sé, pero es una cosa rara, eso le estoy preguntando.
Gracias.
Yeah, it looks like it's satsang with you only. I know the first sentence the other says, do you not feel like there is nothing no interest, no rust, no taste? Because, a human being moves in any direction because there is an underlying taste. That will be derived by going there, you see. The idea, it's a projection of the idea that if I go there, I will have pleasure, taste. So it's like as the other is doing the satsang with you, you see. And you're right. This is happening to all the Mahatmas too, whether they are able to say so or not. It is happening. You see, this is part of this Vignan, the science of the self. You see, the more the bliss of the self that is experienced, the higher the experience of the self, the less interest there is in the outside. You see, outside, which is the world. Now we have to really be careful about. Go on, please.
Yes. No interés, el no ras, el no sabor, ¿no? Por eso por eso la gente va detrás de esas cosas porque se imagina, está proyectando que va a encontrar determinado sabor ahí y allá va. Pero vos ahora estás en Satsang con Dada y sucede esto que vos decís y es parte del Vignan, de la ciencia del ser. Y cuanto mayor sea la dicha, mayor sea la bendición, menos te interesa tenés en lo exterior. Pero hay que tener cierta clase de cuidado con esto.
This is a fantastic answer of Dada for all of us. You see, Christian says, I have no interest left in this world. I mean, interest means in the work or whatever is going on outside. And Dadashri says, you will know how much rus is there, how much interest is there when somebody insults Christian, you see, then you will know how much rus, how much interest is still there. It's a very elevated answer, very, very deep answer, really. And let's now explore it.
May I translate?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Dada dice con respecto a esto, que sabrás cuánto ras queda cuando alguien venga y te insulte. Entonces, Cristian podrá ver. Y esta es una muy elevada y profunda respuesta de Dada.
So Dada says, the man said, Dada, I don't have it like before. Before, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do this and I want to go here and I wanted, I was full of life, right? Ras. And now, it's not like this, Dada. And they're trying to explain what's going on inside a Mahatma. It applies to all of us, okay?
Dada dice, ya no, le dicen a Dada, ya no hay tanto ras como antes, pero bueno, estoy lleno de vida y todavía quiero hacer esto, quiero hacer esto, y quiero hacer esto. Y esto es algo que no sucede a todos los Mahatmas.
Yes. And so Dada says, yes, that sticky attachment, that's real chant. This wanting, chant means you are stuck to this something, whatever you do in this world. Or the world is going on and you don't want to be left alone. You want to be part of this world, you see. That is called, that chant, right? But Dada says, yes, really, all of you, and you, Christian, do not have that chant left anymore. You see, you do not have that. But there is a little left. A little bit of chant is there, little bit, you see, Dada's words, and that is called ras. You still have some interest somewhere, and that is the ras. Dada's words, I'm giving it to you exactly. And because of that ras, maybe there is this much rust left in something. So the experience of the Ama is lacking by this much. Ama experience, applies to all of us. Go on.
Ella dice que el apego, ¿no? El apego pegajoso, es como que estar apegado a lo que sea que estés haciendo. Eso es chot. Y Dada dice, no tener chot, pero no tienes chot, pero todavía queda un poquito de ras. Y es el interés en algún lado de toda tu vida. Y por ese pequeño ras, es como que no está la total experiencia del alma pura.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just giving you the sentences in exactness here. You see, chant, I just got another meaning of chant. Okay, so let me give you chant.
Shuddha, sorry. ¿Puedo preguntar algo respecto de lo anterior?
Okay, my dear, let me just finish this and I will be right back. And we'll finish this interchange with Christian and then Isa will be there. We'll be with you.
Okay, thank you.
So, chant, Fabi has to leave. Okay, that's fine. Chant is chant. Remember in the old days, we used to have postage stamps, on a letter we apply postage stamps, but, they were way back, you had to apply a little glue on it, on one surface, and then stick it, you see. And then later on, this postage stamps came with automatic thin layer of glue that you just put a little, like this, touch it with your tongue or something, and then it sticks, right? And so, and then there is some things that are so sticky that, if you touch it, you don't feel good because you have to go quickly wash your hands. Otherwise, you just don't feel good. That's called chant. So stickiness. This stickiness is the problem. The stickiness is the problem because the world continues as it is. It will never change. The world, you have to. The problem is not with you. Problem is with this stickiness. And this stickiness that makes you believe somehow you have to respond to it or somehow you have to be part of it. All right?
Yes. Chot es, por ejemplo, vamos a dar un ejemplo. Antiguamente las estampillas se les tenía que agregar un poquito de pegamento para poder pegarlas. Luego las estampillas venían con pegamento y había que nos mojábamos el dedo, mojábamos la estampilla y la pegábamos. Ahora también está el pegamento que es súper pegajoso, que ni bien lo usas tiene que ir a lavarte las manos. Entonces, lo pegajoso es el programa, porque el mundo sigue igual. El problema, el tema es lo pegajoso.
Yeah.
Eso es lo que tienes que ver.
So let me just finish these two sentences and then we will proceed.
Terminamos estas dos oraciones y vamos con vos, ¿eh?
Yeah. Dada says you still have ras in pan, which is those of you who have been to Simandar city or India, you will know about it. Between pan means betel leaf. In India, everybody, not everybody, but many people after they've had their meal, they take a green leaf. You say it's a green leaf, and then they put a lot of sweet spices in it, stuff to chew on. They fold it and they put it in their mouth. You see, they chew.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they eat that, they don't feel like they have finished the meal. You see.
Tú todavía tienes ras, ¿no? Y por ejemplo, ras por pan. Y pan que es una hoja verde a la cual se le ponen un montón de especies dulces. Y las personas allá cuando terminan de comer mastican esto. Y realmente sienten que no terminaron de comer hasta que no se ponen estas especies y esta hoja en la boca.
So this is a very beautiful sentence too. Let me finish the last sentence. જ્યાં સુધી કશામાય રસ છે થોડો એટલો અનુભવ કાચો કહેવાય. Wow, Dada's words are magnificent. That much experience is weak, incomplete. So this is what he says. As long as you have the slightest rust in anything, your experience will be deficient, incomplete by that much. You see, slightest experience in anything. Now, let us take Isa. I know I'm going to skip Christian because I want to come back to him again. I will discuss this rust further. Isa, hola Isa.
Hola, Shuddha. Mi pregunta
Sorry,
translate.
te puedo traducir. Dada dice que la menor cantidad de ras es una experiencia del alma pura deficiente. La menor, la más fina ras disminuye la experiencia, hace deficiente la experiencia del alma pura. Sorry, thank you.
As long as you have rust in anything, even in a little something, by that much your experience will be deficient.
Por más pequeña que sea tu ras, tu experiencia del alma va a ser deficiente.
Okay, Isa.
Isa.
Hola, es respecto de lo que decía Cristian. Si uno está en Niras, que es el estado en el fondo en el cual uno debe llegar o alcanzar como para estar en alma pura, ese desinterés podría causar, afectar dolor en las personas más cercanas, en los archivos más pegajosos, los hijos, los padres, la pareja. Entonces, se podría sentir ellos heridos porque pensarían que ya no hay afecto y por tanto el relativo tendría que estar bañando los archivos pegajosos y haciendo practicaman por el daño que se les pudo hacer, siendo que es algo de lo cual uno no debería arrepentirse, porque no está, en el fondo está en Niras. Es como bien complicada la pregunta, pero ¿por qué el relativo debiera pedir perdón al alma pura porque se han sentido afectados por estar uno en Niras? Es como, ¿entiendes? Es complicado.
Perfecto, no, está clara. Hay que ver si la puedo traducir. Her question is about if we are in Niras and we feel with no interest for external things, what happens with the people is around us, the family, the friends, and then maybe they will feel hurt. So do we have to do practicrama because the relative is hurting in some way that family, that persons, that friends?
Very good question.
Muy buena pregunta.
This is the question, in the early 90s, soon after Shuddha's Gnanvidhi, he had asked Niruma, so it brings me back to the old days. All right. Understand, and that is why I needed to come back to Christian. So both it's now, this is for both of you and for all of us. This ras is the problem. This glue between the two is the problem. the world becomes ugly because of this glue. The way you look at the world becomes ugly because this ras is associated with ego. You see, this ras. And in our case, it is associated with discharge. You go, oh, I'm interested in going there. Please, please, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. All right, ras, This ras makes you emotional. It diverts your natural flow of your river, you see. Just let it be. Let it be. Just like the Beatles sing, just let it be. This, sorry, go on. Yeah, then we'll.
Yes, Shuddha dice que esta pregunta que vos le haces, lo lleva cuando él tomó el Nan, al principio de los 90, ¿no? Como que lo lleva a su Nan. Y él le preguntó a Niruma, le preguntó exactamente sobre esto. Entonces la respuesta también cabe para Christian y para todos nosotros, por supuesto. Y es este ras, es este pequeño pegamento. Ese es el problema. Entonces, si estamos en ras, el mundo se volverá feo, porque eso tiene que ver con el ego. ¿Y quién quiere? Y con el ego es, bueno, quiero ir aquí, quiero ir allá, quiero hacer esto, quiero hacer lo otro, no lo quiero hacer. Todo eso tiene que ver con el ego. Pero en realidad es el pegamento. Si nosotros estamos en Irás, lo que vamos a hacer va a ser fluir naturalmente y es dejarlo ser, ¿no? Como la canción de los Beatles, dejarlo ser, fluir naturalmente.
Now, understand that the ras, this world, is of yours, of Isa, Christian, Shuddha, is already programmed along with Christian's interest, Isa's interest, and Shuddha's interest. It's already a part of the effect. Shuddha may be interested in nice dark chocolates, but it's not my interest, you see. It is not my interest. Let him enjoy if that's what comes in front of him. He might even drive 3-4 miles to get it, or go to Amazon and order that, but that's his interest. That's got nothing to do with my interest. This is a very subtle thing. My interest is in increasing my ability, my energies to see it as it is and to know it all as it is. You see? I do not need to get involved in that.
Yes. Yes. El ras en el mundo es de Christian, de Shuddha, de cada uno de todos nosotros. Y todo esto de Isa, y esto está programado, y está programado con los intereses. Ayuda, por ejemplo, le encanta el chocolate puro, oscuro, pero Ayuda no va a manejar ni va a viajar al Amazonas para comprar chocolate. El único interés de Shuddha es crecer, que su energía crezca para permanecer en el observador que ve las cosas, que ve cómo son las cosas, y en el conocedor de cómo es tal cual es. No se mueve por eso. Él solamente quiere ser el observador y el conocedor. No se involucra.
This, this ras and understanding ras is the ultimate science of the self. Understanding it. Understand that this entire world moves about, driven by what a human being is interested in. Somebody is interested in politics, another one is interested in anthropology, another one is interested in diving deep to see what happened to the Titanic, you see. What's going on in the Titanic, somebody wants to climb the Himalayas, Ras. Somebody wants to be with, not enough with one woman, he wants 2 women at the same time, or 3 women, Ras. Where
Too
does
much
it?
problems.
Oh,
Too
no,
much problems. 3
no,
wives.
Ras. No. Not wives. It's not allowed. He will do it with deceit.
Oh, yes. El entendimiento de Ras es el mayor, es lo último, es el más elevado entendimiento. Y el mundo entero está con estos intereses, ¿no? Está interesado en todo esto. Por ejemplo, alguien quiere ser antropólogo, seguir la política, escalar el Himalaya, buscar el Titanic, ver qué es lo que pasa. O alguien quiere tener 3 mujeres, y todo esto es ras, ras, ¿no?
Ras.
Es apego.
Rag, yes. Ras. But you see, Rag is the result. You see, this deep inside is that ras. That's why the rag comes, you see. Deep inside is the ras. Yes, Christian. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No escucho nada.
Yeah, go on, Christian.
Okay. My question about the Rus, because Christian has a kind of you can say fear now that I'm talking, because when some practices that you have taught us, and even some practices that the Gnani has taught us, Shirish, I'm available to do it day by day, because as I have sometimes many work, but I go in the street doing the practices to see the pure soul in people, and sometimes Christian has this kind of bliss inside, like crazy bliss, and there's this and other practices, and there's this little voice inside him that says, you cannot go through life with this. You cannot you cannot be enjoying this. Your performance is gonna get very, very low with this. You're gonna be like a little kid, or like a crazy of the block, the crazy guy of the block, or something like that. So this like intellectual thing is rust also.
Traducirla, por favor, porque es divina la pregunta que hiciste.
Bueno, Cristian tiene un problema, que es que de las prácticas que nos ha enseñado Shuddha, algunas Shirish, otras del mismo Gnani, Cristian las practica mucho más que otras cosas en el día a día por una cosa de tiempo y ve el alma pura en la demás gente, en los colegios, los niños, y a veces pasa días en eso. Y empieza a tener una dicha, una alegría interna, una especie de, 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 de como orgasmo, por decirlo de alguna manera, y perdonen la palabra, en que uno anda feliz por la vida.
Éxtasis.
Entonces, Cristian le pasa que tiene una especie de miedo interno que le empieza a decir, oye, no voy a andar así por la vida, estáis siendo el loco del barrio, ¿y qué va a pasar con los colegios? Que la performance que ¿qué va a pasar? O sea, tenéis que tener cierto nivel de seriedad para trabajar, para seguir adelante, para que te interesen las cosas. Y bueno, Cristian tiene esto y le pasa y le pregunto a Shuddha si eso es Ras también. Porque no sé lo que es en realidad, esta cosa intelectual.
This Ras and Niras, the interest and no interest, are at the relative level. They are happening to Christian or to Daniel. Yeah. The Amapura experience essentially is saying, when you're done with all your ras and your niras business, I'm here. I'm here. You know, you go finish your ras and your niras. This anxiety that arises is also part of the intellect. It has got nothing to do with Amapura. You know, when you be the Amapura and you see the Amapura, you're already done with it. You're already done with the world, you know? Yeah? You know, you're all... I'll call you in 5 minutes, but I'm in satsang, okay? Well, wait. Yeah, you see, when you take a simple experiment, just a simple experiment. Today, when you go for a walk, be who you are, Amapura, blissful one, and see the other one who is coming across the street as the Amapura. You're done with the world, you know. You're done with the world. That doesn't require a practice. It's not something you practice. Practice is required by Christian. You do not require practice. You just be who you are and it happens. Be who you are. There's no practice in being the Amapura. It requires a lot of practice to be Carlos or Sandra or Damia or Marcella. That requires a lot of practice. I got to do it this way wrong. I got to do it this way, you know. What we have attained is our natural swabhava, the natural self state. Natural swabhava. Mm-hmm.
Yes. A la pregunta de Cristian, que todo esto que sucede tiene que ver con el intelecto, ¿no? Cuando te aparece la voz de que bueno, qué va a pasar con todo lo laboral y con toda la gente. Entonces, Ras y Niras es el interés o desinterés, es en el nivel de lo relativo, y es el alma pura, y es la experiencia del alma pura en esencia. Cuando termines tu Ras, entonces tú estarás allí. Y no tienes, y el Ras no tiene nada que ver con el alma pura. Con el alma pura, cuando estés en alma pura, está todo listo y está todo terminado. Y no es una experiencia, es una experiencia simple el camino hacia el alma pura. Y ve a los demás como alma pura, ¿no? Sale a caminar y siente que tú eres alma pura y que todos los demás son alma pura. Y entonces ahí ya estás. Y esto no es una práctica, practicar ser alma pura, porque esto es lo que eres. Ya tienes bastante trabajo con practicar para ser Damián, Cristian, para la práctica de todo lo relativo. Y estar en el estado bendecido del ser es lo más importante. May I do a question or share something?
Oh, okay.
There's sometimes when I was a child, I saw Walt Disney, and there was a little devil and a little angel who talked to the person, and sometimes I feel that and says I'm getting crazy because this kind of thoughts that comes, but I put them apart. And when I'm walking in the street and see the Asalma Pura and look at them and say, your alma pura, your alma pura. Even kids, dogs, and people turn their head and look at me. It's incredible because no talking, no moving, only your alma pura. And dogs, that calls me very the dogs come with me. It's weird. But they can feel I think, no? This is the question.
Yeah, yes. Except for the Amapura, it's a world of vibrations. It's a total, our entire body complex, whether we say anything or not, is giving out signals, vibrations, And only when you are who you are, there is no vibrations, you see. And that is love, you see. That is the love of the Lord, That is the experience of the self. This love, he described, it can only be shared. It can only be shared in the wordless space. There is no words there. It's just, that is the love, you see. That is Atma Anubhav. That is the experience of the self, you see.
Thank you. Le contaba a Shuddha que cuando era chica yo lo veía a Disney y veía que tenía un diablito de un lado y un angelito del otro, y lo que dijo Cristian me hizo acordar a eso, ¿no? Y a mí me pasa, y digo, bueno, saco el diablito. Y cuando salgo a la calle, así vaya en colectivo, caminando, miro a las personas, a los niños y a los animales, ¿no? Y con los perros. Y sigo, yo soy alma pura, ellos son alma pura, y los niños y los perros como que inmediatamente lo perciben. Y Shuddha dice que eso cuando dejas de estar cuando dejas de estar el mundo es un mundo de vibraciones, de energías que están en constante vibración, pero cuando realmente estás en el ser, en quien verdaderamente eres, no hay vibración, solamente es el amor del Lord, y solo puede ser compartido, y es la experiencia del ser.
Yes, Damian.
Yes, just a second.
Yes, Shuddha Bhagwan.
Going back to Isa's question about causing pain to our beloved ones when we are near us, it's clear to me that we don't have to worry about that, but it happens, doesn't it? You cause some movement around you that maybe can cause pain.
Yeah,
and
that means...
Perdón, let translate.
La pregunta en un segundo es, yendo a la pregunta de Isa, de que cuando uno está con iras puede causar dolor en sus seres amados, porque más allá de que no nos preocupemos por el dolor, porque eso vuelve a ser ras, causamos un movimiento alrededor nuestro que puede ser doloroso para algunos.
Gracias, Damián.
Yeah. And that for that there is a word called gelo. Gelo means so involved that you become unaware, you see. And that is not our science. Gelo, like, in India, there are these bhajan, people who love singing, Om Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, or it could be any Lord, they love it, they love the atmosphere, this and that, they get so involved in this bhajans and songs of the Lord and everything that you have to do around the Lord, that they neglect their role in towards their young son or daughter, or their wife. And that's called gelo. That is not awareness. You've kind of just gone from the bar where you used to enjoy drinks and company of women. Now you have gone to the temple or the church where there is all this church activities and all of this stuff that you do, You just jump from one well into the other, really. Where is the awareness? The awareness is Evsamapura, Swayamapura, and this one in front of me, my child, is my relative one, my daughter, but really she's a pure soul. You see, that is the awareness. With that awareness, there is never any mistake. There is never any hurt. Never, never any hurt. So don't become gelo. Don't jump from the bar into the church.
Hielo es es como estar muy desinteresado y en realidad es como estar como inconsciente, ¿no? de la situación. Por ejemplo, hay personas en India que cantan y están todo el día cantándole al Lord y están muy felices y se olvidan de su esposa y se olvidan de sus hijos, ¿no? Y es como que tampoco es como un poquito de falta de conciencia. Hay gente que, por ejemplo, está bebiendo, está tomando en un bar y sale con mujeres y después salta a la iglesia. ¿Dónde está la conciencia ahí? El tema es que yo soy alma pura y cuando miras a tu hija en lo relativo es tu hija, pero también la tienes que ver como alma pura. Y entonces no va a suceder una herida, no va a sentirse dejada.
You see, you understand, my friend, it's the balance in our worldly interactions really begin when we get out of this one who is programmed to become gelo sometimes and sometimes, I'm not interested in anything. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't call me. I don't want to go to your party, right? I mean, these are swings of emotions only. That's got nothing to do with you. You are now out of it, you see.
Todo comienza a salir, ¿no? Y es como, bueno, quiero estar a solas, gelo, no como desinteresado, y en realidad, eso es emocional, lo único que tenés que hacer es estar en alma pura.
The balance is in the center. This thing is in the periphery, this jumping around, ras, niras, if the family members complain to you and say, Papa, you're not paying attention to me. Why are you spending so much time in satsang or doing translations? I need some time with you. At that time, you need to recognize that it is a red flag. It is a red flag. Hey, what's the point? Here, your child is complaining now, your daughter is complaining, or your mother is complaining. These are your files. You need to attend to them first before you start doing whatever you do. You know, if you're active in Dada science, fine, but not at the expense of your Agna 4.
Wow. El centro, en el balance está en el centro, ¿no? Entonces, por ejemplo, la familia se queja y tu hijo te dice, papá, por favor, yo te necesito, ¿no? Te está haciendo un reclamo, tu hijo, tu hija, tu madre, estás todo el tiempo en la traducción o estás todo el tiempo leyendo o lo que fuese que te dijeran. Y lo primero que dice es, resuelve tus archivos primero y luego haz lo que quieras hacer, no hagas las cosas a expensas del Agna 4.
Yeah, you know, I mean, our dear Isa asked us, do we have to do pratikramans? Pratikraman comes in front of you when pain and hurt, it comes in front of you. If the child or the other people are saying, you know, what's happened to you? You become a saint or what? How come you're not coming to my party? Now he's been your lifelong friend, you know, and now you're just kind of moving away from it because I'm in Dada. You know, it's stupid, you know. It's a file. It's a file, is your friend, you know. He should not have any negative feelings for Dada, because you see, you know, you know, he'll say, what is this man? You know, so even, you know, he will move away from Dada because of the way you are behaving, you know.
Por ejemplo, esto también para Isabel que preguntó sobre el practikrama, ¿no? El practikraman es cuando causas dolor o hieres a alguien, pero de repente estar absolutamente tan involucrado y olvidarte de toda la familia, y por ejemplo tienes un cumpleaños y no vas porque bueno, porque por Dada, por esto, por lo otro. Entonces dicen, ¿qué te preguntan? ¿Que te volviste un santo? No viniste a mi cumpleaños y es tonto eso. Tienes que cumplir con tus files primero.
If you recognize ras and niras, interest and disinterest is as an evidentiary thing. It is scientific circumstantial evidence. Sometimes you're interested, sometimes you're not. And, you know, so don't get so interested in your interest. Do not become gelo. Don't get so interested in your interest that others have to complain about you. I mean, this is usually close family members or friends, you know. People of the world don't care, you know.
Yes. En RAS y en NIRAS todos son evidencias científicas circunstanciales y a veces lo que tenés que ver es si estás muy interesado o no estás muy interesado, todo esto tiene que ver con Gelo, ¿no? Tiene que ver con el interés de lo interesado que estás en tus intereses y tampoco puedes decir que no te importa.
A beautiful woman walks by Damian, who is sitting with his daughter, you know. You will know that Damian is looking at her, but you are not interested. You cannot be moved. You are beyond interest, you see.
Por ejemplo, una bella mujer pasa por el lado de Damiano, se sienta con su hija y bueno, todos sabemos que Damián va a mirar, pero tú sabes quién está mirando y no vas a ser movida de tu lugar.
The same goes for a lady who sees a very handsome man, very attractive, in, you know, it's the same thing applies to you too, you see.
Y lo mismo sucede con las mujeres, que pasa un hombre que es muy atractivo y lo mismo sucede a las mujeres que los miran.
Right, Gabi? Yeah.
¿Cierto, Gabi?
Sí, a esa pregunta sí.
Yes, at that question. Yes.
Vishuddhatma Bhagavan. Yes.
Quería preguntar,
Uh-huh.
¿perdemos fisicalidad cada vez que estamos con el Gnani? Me pasó en esta oportunidad de cuando volvimos y lo conversamos en algún momento con la Marce, como de sentirse menos, como menos aquí, como menos, no sé si es como en el cuerpo, la verdad.
Que vos me dijiste incluso hasta que me veías más pequeña.
Sí, como se pierde, al perder ego, perdemos energía, perdemos peso, peso corporal, o como peso, algo que se traduzca como en esta sensación del cuerpo de andar como que te cuesta estar aterrizado así como en la tierra, o eso es parte del rato y como que ya la gente que se fue para alguna parte.
A ver, ayúdame, por favor. Gaby's question is, what happened with when we are with a nanny? Because she was talking with Marcella, and both were talking about this. Do we lose some kind of the physical part or something? Because that was her feeling. Maybe cansada, dijiste?
No, se siente uno como menos conectada.
Not so connected with the body.
Yeah, in the presence of the Gnani, what happens in the presence of the Ama, you see. And when you are in the Ama, the world is forgotten. In other words, your ras, your connection with the ras, with the world is kind of distant, That is what happens. In the presence of the Gnani, you forget the world, if you spend 3-4 hours in a room with him, at that time the world doesn't come to you, in any way. That is a different thing. That is the magnet of the Gnani. That magnet is so powerful that it pulls you into your own Amapura. If a person who has not taken the Gnanvid is sitting next to you, she will not feel the same, you see. So, yeah.
Esto que decís, Gaby, es que estar con el nani es estar en el alma pura. Y entonces te olvidas completamente del mundo, como que el mundo se vuelve algo distante. Y lo que pasa con el nani también, que es como el magnetismo del nani que te lleva al alma pura.
Eso tiene después en los días, ¿no? Porque es una cosa que me ha pasado como que se sostiene esta como desconexión como con el todo, la verdad.
And Gaby is saying that this is still inside her after coming back home.
Yes, that's the whole point. That's the whole beauty of the live, living presence of the Gnani, you see. But what he has done is not take you away from your own self. What he has accomplished is he brings you to who you are, my dear. That it makes you more of an Ama and less of Gabi. That's why we go where he is, or he's a big magnet. His magnet is more powerful than you, Amapura, your magnet. But both are magnets, and they pull you away from these temporary pleasures of life, these temporary pleasures and temporary pains of life. All pains are temporary, you see. So Before you used to, oh, this is happening to me. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now you're saying, oh, look, it's there. That's all right. Let it be.
Yes. Lo que pasa que estar en presencia del Gnani es vivir, como vivir la presencia viva, su presencia viva, que te trae a quien realmente eres. Entonces eres más alma, más de estar con él es mayor presencia de tu alma y menos presencia de Gaby. Y el magneto del Gnani es mucho más grande que el tuyo, que el mío, que el de todos, aunque todos somos magnetos. Entonces te quita de lo temporal, del placer, del dolor, de lo mundano, te quita de ahí.
Slowly, yes, initially this relative attraction is also there, but the more important is the connection with the real that happens through agnas. Through agnas, there is no shortcut there. Agnas will make you understand that the relative, when Gabi met the Gnani, it was a beautiful experience because it increased the real experience, you see. No other relative experience benefits you inside. No other relative experience really makes you go higher inside. It remains relative, you see. You know?
Yes. Estar en presencia del Gnani, conocer, o sea, las atracciones relativas van a estar siempre ahí, pero ahora la real atracción se produce a través de las agnas y del entendimiento de las agnas. Y cuando Gaby conoció al Gnani, ella pudo, su conocimiento real, su experiencia real surgió, creció, y nada puede elevarte tanto como la presencia de lo real. Y en lo relativo no existe absolutamente nada que pueda hacer crecer tu experiencia real.
Yeah, even if he leaves, he comes to South America, he absolutely energizes everybody who come to see him, meet him, talk to him, right? Touch him, and then he leaves. But the beauty is to be able to understand what has happened, and what has happened is that you've gone more into your own armor. That if you had remained Gabi, then it's like, oh, he's not here. Okay, let's continue doing what we're doing, you see. But this is the internal connection with your own blissful one. With your own blissful one. Otherwise, he gets tired answering everybody's questions, do pratikraman, this, that, man. Important thing is this one. All right? Who you are. Yeah.
Por ejemplo, Gnani vino a Sudamérica, y pudimos hablar con él, conocerlo, tocarlo, pero lo más bello de todo es saber que lo que sucedió fue el contacto con el alma. Entonces, si Gaby permanece en Gaby, no pasa nada, pero si la conexión existe, entonces conectas con tu ser.
Vishuddhatma Bhagwan. Let's see. So I don't know. We'll be meeting this Saturday, but if we do, we'll continue. Otherwise, we'll continue next Wednesday. Yes, we have 28th or 28th. Maybe a problem because we're all going to be, we're driving from here in South Florida to our Gnani in Tampa, but so so that may not happen. It's a possible. Yeah, I just want to let you know, and then of course will be, then the Guru Purnima starts. So
I will write you, and you send me whatever. It's okay.
Right. Yes, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will be with the Gnani in Guru Purnima, right? Yes, and the Gnani that touches you so beautifully, Gabi, all of us, he becomes present again in Guru Purnima. You can see him even if you're not in Dallas. This is beautiful. It's you're participating 100% because you're not distracted by anything else. You see.
Probablemente esté viajando al grupo Mina Ayuda, así que no sabemos si vamos a tener satsang, vamos a estar en contacto. Y nosotros también vamos a estar en contacto con el grupo Mina, aunque no sea en presencia, porque no vamos a estar distraídos por otra cosa.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, highest namaskars to all of you. May please, if between now and then, you should definitely meet on Wednesday, next 28th, or, because we will be picnicking and there'll be pre-Gnan Vidhi, they will be all, that's not going to be televised. So you should meet and read this Dadavani of Man.
Okay.
Yeah, you should do that. Definitely do that. Plan on doing that, and then try to find some other time where you can be in satsang. Okay.
Yes. Bueno, dice Shuddha que el miércoles que viene probablemente no esté tampoco, va a estar de picnic y que nosotros nos juntamos y leamos el Dadavani, que va a ser maravilloso.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Shuddha.
And arrange for one more thing. If you have a time when you're doing all the routine artis and vidis, spend that time reading the Dadavani, just because you want to finish your homework.
Y por ahí en el tiempo que nos juntamos para hacer arte y vidis, que leamos el Dadavani, que es importante también, es muy importante para terminar el trabajo.
Okay, Vishuddhatma Bhagavan, everyone, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Thank you.
Gracias, Pati. Gracias, Cris.
Thank you, Shuddha.
Jai Sachidanand. Gracias a todos, Mahatma.
Rosie, Guillermo, yes, everyone, all of you, Gonzalo, yes, Claudia,
Gonza,
yes,
Gonza. ¿Dónde está Gonzalo? Se fue.
Okay, all right.
Jai Sachidanand a todos.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Okay,
la linda.
Okay, I will leave the meeting so you can continue, okay?
Deja la reunión para que continuemos, ¿está bien?
I don't know, who do I assign it to?
¿A quién le asigna el host?
No, salimos.
No, we closed.
Okay.